In this video lecture, I will discuss control statement. So what is control statement? In C program, statements are executed in the order in which they appear in the program. But sometimes we want to use a condition for executing certain part of a program. So there are situations where we want to execute some statements multiple times. So what control statement does? It enables us to specify the order in which the various instructions in the program to be executed, and they also define the how the control is transferred to the other parts of the program. So there are different types of control statement in C language. So in today's video lecture I will cover first category, that is selection statement. So in selection statement we have if else, and I'll discuss if else, nested if else, and if else ladder. And the second category we have while statement, do while, and for loop. And then the third category we have break, continue, and go to. So first category is selection statement. So in selection statement, what is if else statement? So if else statement is bidirectional selection control statement, which is used to take one of the two possible actions depending on the outcome of the test. That means whether the outcome value is true or false. So this is the syntax. So if then we check condition. If the condition is true, this statement will be executed. If the condition is false, this statement will be executed. So the expression inside the parenthesis is evaluated, and if the value of the expression is true, that means it is a non-zero value, then this statement would be executed. And if this condition value is false, this value will be this statement will be executed. So I'll draw the flow chart, then it will be more clear. So here whenever we have to check the condition in flow chart, what we do, we use this diamond block. So here we write the expression inside this diamond, and then we will be having two branches here, because either the expression value will be true or it will be false. So when it is true, we are saying we are executing statement 1, and when the value of the expression is false, we are executing statement 2, and then we go to next statement. Okay, we go to next statement. So this is how if else works. So let's take an example. Here this is the program to check whether the given number is positive or negative. So here we will check the condition. If the number, suppose we say number is A, so when any number will be positive, when the value of the number is greater than 0, we'll say it is positive, that is statement 1. And else, if the condition is false, automatically it will come to else part, we'll say it is negative. So the same thing, we have to write a program. So first thing, we always write header file. So this I have the structure of basic C program I have explained in my previous video. So here we include this header file because we are going to use printf and scanf function in our program, and then the main function, and this is variable declaration. This is variable declaration. So here we are going to enter some number from the user, and then that number should be whole number. So the data type is integer, and then this message will be printed as it is on the screen, and the scanf function we are using to take the input from the user. And this condition, if condition, we will check the condition is A greater than 0. So inside the parenthesis we are going to write the expression. So the expression is that only, A greater than 0. If the value is true, this message will be printed. If it is false, we'll come to else part, and this will be printed. So this will be printed only when the expression value is true. When the expression value is false, this value will be printed. So here we are printing the value, and we are saying that the number is positive or negative. So the number percentile d, so instead of this percentile, in place of this percentile d, the value of a, whatever value we have inputted. So how the message will come? So for example, if you have entered number 10, okay, so 10 is what? Definitely a positive number. So we'll say the number 10 is positive. So this message will be printed on the screen. So now the next is nested if else statement. So what is nested if else statement? So we can have another if else statement in the if part or the else part. So this is called nesting of if else statement. Okay. So here in nested if else, if we have condition 1, if the condition 1 is, we are checking the condition 1. If this is true, this statement will be printed, and then if we are checking one more condition, so we will write else if condition 2, this will be printed. Then another condition, else if this is suppose condition n, so this statement will be printed, and after that at the end else part, this statement s will be executed. So if we have more than one condition, so this is the first condition, so second condition will write in else if, and then the third condition will write in another else if, and at the end we will write else, and inside else some statement we are executing. So this is nested if else statement. And then the next category is if else ladder. So if else ladder, what we do here, during the execution of a nested if else statement, as soon as the condition is encountered which evaluates to be true, the statements associated with that particular if block will be executed, and the remainder of the nested if else statement will be bypassed. Okay, so here if neither of the conditions are true, either the last else block is executed, or if the else block is absent, we say the control gets transferred to the next instruction present immediately after the else if ladder. So I'll draw the flow chart, then you will get a clear idea. So flow chart of if else ladder I am going to draw. So here what if I say expression 1 is nothing but the condition 1. Okay, so if I am just writing exp, okay, so exp is nothing but expression 1. If expression 1 is true, okay, what happens? Statement a would be executed. Okay, and if it is false, if expression 1 is false, then we are checking another condition that we are representing by expression 2. And again, if this is the condition, it will have two branches. Any condition, it will always have two branches, true and false. So if it is true, we are saying statement B is executed, and if it is false, again we are checking third condition, so that we are writing representing by expression 3, and again any condition means there will be true and false, two branches. So if it is true, we are saying statement C, and if it is false, we are saying statement D. And then all of these statement A, B, C and D, we are going to next statement. Okay, so this is else if else ladder. So let's take one program. So this is the program to find the greatest of three numbers. So greatest of three numbers, here the input is defined. If you want, you can take the input from the user using scanf statement. So the first condition is if a greater than b. So what we are doing, if, and inside if we are checking and we are putting one more if statement, we can do that. So if a, and then some statement we are executing, and then this again here we are writing else if, okay, and some statement we are executing, and then we will close it. So see, this part is totally optional. If you want, you can just write else c is greatest, because if a is greater than b and then b is also greater than c, so obviously a is greatest. Then here if this condition is true, A is greatest. If this condition is false, that means what? C is greatest. So like that also you can do. And then this this is the opening braces for this if statement, and this is the closing. So okay, we are opening here and we are closing here. This is for this one and this is for this condition. And then this is the first condition if we say, and this is the second condition. So when we have more than one condition, so we write in else if. So if B greater than C, so what we do, we print B is greatest, else C is greatest, and return 0 at the end we write. So that means successful termination of the program it indicates. And then this closing curly bracket is for this main function. So that's all for today's class. Next class I will discuss the other control statement. Thank you.